Hello guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and in today's tutorial we are going to consider the divergence theorem. So the divergence of a vector field E is written. So this is just a brief recap, and what it does is that it answers the question: at this single point, is the field spreading outward? That is positive divergence, or is it converging? Negative divergence, or neither? That is zero divergence. So the divergence of a vector field has been already defined as the net outward flux per unit volume. So let's say you've been asked to find the total electric flux escaping from a 3D region, something like what you have here. Now it could be a cube or even a sphere surrounding a charge. Now you have two options. The first one is to integrate over the entire surface, the entire closed surface, very important, surrounding the region, right? So we are going to walk along all the surfaces. So let's say this is surface A over here, the front, the right side, the left, the top, the bottom, the back. We are going to integrate all over the surfaces, right? Adding up the flask all around it. We are going to add up everything. That's what integral is about. All the fluxes that are around all the faces of the region. So for a complicated surface, this is going to be very painful. But because it's a cube, it may not look that way. The next option is, instead of working on the surface, we are going to work inside the cube. That's the volume. So we are going to calculate the divergence of the field in the region and then integrate over the volume instead, right? So divergence theorem tells us that these two approaches are going to give us exactly the same answer always. So the theorem states that the volume integral of the divergence of the vector field is equal to the total outward flux of the vector through the surfaces that bound the volume. So mathematically, let's write this mathematically. We are going to have this. Now let's read from the left hand side. The volume integral of the divergence of the vector, right, is equal to the closed surface integral of the vector. That's basically what divergence theorem, sorry, the stylus is very sensitive, so apologies for how it's writing. But basically, that's what divergence theorem is about, right? Summation of the flux around it, considering all the surfaces, is equal to the volume integral of the field inside the cube, right? Okay, so the circle on the integral sign here means the surface is closed. It completely encloses the volume, like the skin of a balloon that has no holes. This theory applies to any volume that is bounded by a surface S. The divergence theorem is not limited to spheres or cubes or any special shape. It works for any volume. And also, the direction of the S is always that of the outward normal, perpendicular to the surface the S, and directed away from the volume. Now, this is a crucial sign convention that students frequently forget or gets wrong. So pay careful attention here. The S is a vector area element, right? So it has a size, that is the area of the tiny patch, and also a direction, right? It has a size and then a direction. The rule is the S always points outward, away from the interior of the volume, perpendicular to the surface of the patch. So example, if the coordinate system is Cartesian and the area has dimensions x and y, let's say this is it. The direction is going to be in the z direction, right? Perpendicular to the surface. In cylindrical, if the dimensions of the surface, the ds, is r, and then let's say phi, then obviously the direction is going to be in the z direction. So over here, for the ds, anytime you consider two dimensions, I mean of the coordinate points, the direction is always the other. Okay, so if I'm to consider x and then z, the direction is going to be along the y-axis, right? Divergence theorem is very important in vector analysis since it converts volume integral of a vector divergence to a closed surface integral of the vector and vice versa. So the phrase and vice versa is doing an important work here. The theorem is a two-way street, right? Sometimes computing the volume integral is hard. I mean, sometimes doing this is hard and doing is easier. So when it happens that way, you switch to the surface approach, right? That sometimes to doing it this way, using the closed surface integral is going to be hard. So you switch to the divergence of the volume divergence, the volume integral of the divergence, and then you equate it. So the proof of the divergence theorem. Now, anytime you are asked to prove the divergence theorem, what would be required of you is to just find the volume integral of the divergence of that vector given. And then after you are done, you find the surface closed surface integral of the vector, and then you equate it. So if you get the same values for both, then it means you've proven the divergence theorem, right?